Charles, the long setback, takes the handoff from Simeon. Charles still going. Charles into the end zone for the Denver touchdown.
Jamal Charles, his first touchdown in the orange and blue, comes on a tough day for the Broncos. Hello and thank you for joining us for Elway Access. I'm Phil Milani alongside John Elway. And John, if you looked at the stat sheet after the game, it looked like the Broncos might have won that game, but is that just an example of how those turnovers cost them?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, turnovers and mistakes. I think we had 4 illegal motion penalties and crucial mistakes at crucial times. And that's why, you can go back and look at any football game, and there's usually 5 plays that make a difference one way or the other. And if you win those 5 plays, you usually win the game. And if you lose those 5, you usually lose. And we lost those 5 this week. And that's why, even though the stat sheet looked good, we didn't play well enough to beat them.
The offense had to settle for a few field goals a couple of times. How do you open things up in the red zone when it can get so tight in there?
Well, I think the key thing is you have to stay on schedule. You can't get third and long situations. If you're 3rd and 8, 9, 10, and it's such a condensed area down there, and people will just play soft, back off, keep everything in front of them, and the holes are a lot smaller, as you said, because there's not much area. And so you got to stay on schedule. You got to stay out of 3rd and long situations, and we didn't do that.
You feel like Trevor learns about some of these mistakes just the more he plays?
Oh, yeah, there's no question. I mean, he's in his 2nd year of starting and still a young guy. And so, he'll learn from those mistakes. I still think he was trying to get the one ball out of bounds, just couldn't get it out of bounds. But, he'll learn from those mistakes. And, we'll do a better job of moving to Trevor when he's out moving around a little bit, because he's doing a good job of buying a second chance and moving around a little bit. We just got to get a little bit better at moving with him. Well,
we're moving forward now, looking ahead to the Raiders game. It's Raiders week around here. We'll have a preview of that matchup coming up next.
That Emmanuel Sanders catch was unreal. Bring it up.
I see the pass is a little ahead of me, so I lay out for the grab. Soft hands, baby.
CenturyLink connects you to your home team and the power of the digital world. CenturyLink, your link to what's next.
Back here on Elway Access, it's Raiders week around here. What's the #1 priority in trying to slow down that offense? Because it looked like the Redskins had some success last week.
Well, they really did, and I think that it looked like the Raiders had a bad night, as we had on Sunday the day before. So I'm sure that we're going to get their best coming in here Sunday. They're very talented on offense. Have 2 wide receivers that can really play. The running backs, big offensive line, biggest offensive line in the league. So, they got a ton of talent on the offensive side defensively. They're coming together, can play good football. So, it's a great rivalry, and it's one of those early season must-wins for us, especially at home.
It's not quite the same as when you were playing, though, huh?
Well, not quite. We're getting back there because the Raiders are becoming a much better football team now. And so, it's like, look at what they did last year at 12-4 and really have come on. Reggie McKendy's done a tremendous job with the talent on that football team. And so, I think, and they're set up for a while. So I think this is going to be a run of, good Raider Bronco games to come.
It was a historic weekend around the league, just with a lot of the player unity demonstrations during the national anthem. What did you think about what happened, and what are your thoughts on the national anthem?
Well, obviously, I'm one that believes in standing for the national anthem, and I've always believed that, and believe that this is the greatest country in the world, and we're very fortunate to live here. Obviously, it's not perfect. There's a lot of things that need to be corrected, and we'll continue to work on those things. But I think that, I'm one that really believes in standing for the flag. I understand the players and where they felt, and the comments that were made earlier in the week that, they felt that they had to, whoever it may be, they had to go on and kneel. And that's up to them. That's part of what this country's been built on, was the fact of freedom of speech and be able to do what they want. So they did that. Hopefully, as we go forward, we can start concentrating on football a little bit more, keep the politics out of football. But I think last week was a good show of unity by the NFL, and then hopefully this week we can move forward.
All right, John, thank you very much. This has been Elway Access. Thanks for joining us. I'm Phil Milani for John Elway.